Hey, this is A51 bringing you Squeal or Scam. So we already know how much of a scam Squeal of Fortune is. I mean, there's only 13 little slots on there. It spins around. You think you have a 1 in 13 chance of getting something. And because there's 3 reds, you'd have a greater chance, 3 in 13 chance, of actually winning something. But then you have to take into account to the size and whatnot. And even then, do you really think that the probability of it landing on a red or a quote-unquote rare item is equal to that of what you would earn? Well, I'm here to crack that. So let's begin. Thanks to the program AutoCAD, or like, I think it's computer assisted drawing, automatic computer assisted drawing. I broke down the Squeal of Fortune from its 13 little available prizes into their own little sections, and even gave them their assumed, what's it called? Or just about somewhat close to their actual proportions. So as you can see, this is a screenshot I took of my actual own Squeal of Fortune I had. I took it when it's 7, I don't have 7 currently, but we'll get to that later. So let's begin. I'm going to remove the image and you'll just see the circle. I just want to point out that this was a bitch because it's not a perfect circle to begin with, and I couldn't really get it. So, hold on, let me downsize this a bit and bring it over. This is how the Squeal of Fortune is dissected. Colors are indicated on the outside on what they actually are if you're lost at some point. That's for later. So let's begin with the dissection of this circle, or quote-unquote circle, it's a wheel. Alright, so the white's total angle is 215 degrees, and if you don't already know basic math, there's 360 degrees on a circle. So 215 divided by 360 would give you a 59.7% chance of landing on a white's. So we all know that landing on a white, so it seems pretty fair, about 50-60% chance of landing on a white. Adding all the yellows together, there's a total of 102 degrees, which leads out to 28.3% chance of landing on a yellow. Less practical than the whites, but just about only by half, really. I mean, if you round up on the whites, that's 60%, and yellows would be about 30. So you'd be more likely to win a white twice as much as a yellow. And finally the reds, adding up their total, it's a total of 44 degrees, about 12% of 12% chance. It's actually a 12.2% chance, but because I added up all the percentages, if I added the 0.2, we'd be 0.2 over 100%. So let's just leave it at 12%. Even if you rounded that down, you still have about a 10% chance, or a 1 in 10 chance of supposedly landing on the reds, assuming that your spins are random. Alright, let's bring our attention to the second one, the one that I had up earlier. In the description will be linked a video of the video I analyzed. I analyzed their first 100 spins. They purchased 200. And let's compare the probability. Out of 100 spins, their first, or 40, not first, but like 74 of them were white spins, like all those minor prizes. Their second spin was their yellow spins were 24% chance, and their red spins were a 2% chance. Meaning there were 2 out of 100 spins, only 2 turned out to be rare items, which is about 10% less than what it should be, as seen here. The yellow's percentage is about 4% below what it should be, so I'm not complaining about the yellow one. But the white one, the probability was supposed to be 60%. It shot up about 14%. The number of double spins they got were 6. I was going to do the entire 200 plus those 6 and all the double spins they got, but I just stopped at 100 after their commentary. I couldn't handle that. I'm not making any comments on it. But as you can see, the actual Squeal Fortune is pretty rigged with these numbers. So with the whites having increased a 14% chance, right, and the reds having a decrease of a 10% chance, and the yellows having a decrease of about 4% chance, that's about how much margin of like rigged it is. I don't know what the specific term is. I only wanted to do the mathematical thing. I don't take stats or any shit like that. I just use geometry and a calculator. But just to show you, I'm going to do a live little whatchamacallit of this. I was going to do 10 spins total. I didn't want to buy any of them. So I did all my dailies and stuff, and it brought me up to 9. I did a quest, and I didn't want to do a second quest to get to it. That's nice, Celestial. But let's see precisely how accurate each of these two graphs are. So let's spin. First one. Now, I remember the last spin I got was already a white. Oh, great, so I can get 10 spins total-ish. I don't know. Alright, so that was a yellow. Let's mark that down. Whites, yellows, reds. I got one yellow. So I can do my 10 spins. And have one to spare. Alright, a white. Ah, bullshit. I could have gotten Crown of Seasons. That's 2 whites. And they always have a habit of making it slow down around reds, making it feel like you're going to win a red. It's 2 yellows. I feel like RuneScape is watching me right now, knowing I'm recording, so they're doing this on purpose. Okay, that's like an exquisite spear. That doesn't really count. Because it's not really worth anything. Doot, doot, doot. Another white. Another white. Finally, skirmish. Sorry. Skirmisher test sets. I've been looking for those. Yellow or white. I don't know. This is really weird, to be honest. It's a 50-50. But don't let that disprove me. Another white. 6. That was 10 spins. But I'll just do one more, just for shits and giggles. Another white. Alright, let's bring up the calculator. So, out of 11 spins, 7 of them were white. 7 divided by 11. So, the white percentage was about 63%, which is actually a decent halfway between both the 100 spins and the estimated spins based off the charts, which is really not that bad. Alright, these are the yellow spins. And that's a 36% chance. I had a higher percent chance of getting yellows than either of these two, which is really nice. But I didn't get any reds, even though it was supposed to be a 12% chance. So, even with 10 spins, at least one of them should have been a red if we went with this chart. But if we went with this chart, out of 100 spins, I would have only gotten 2. So out of 50 spins, I would have gotten 1 rare. Anyways, so as you can see, the Squeal Fortune is rigged. Everyone knows it. But there is that whole sense of luck to it, I guess. Just because some players just are luckier than others to be able to earn things like lucky to sets and shit like that. You know what I mean? But now you know the margin of from what you see on the, or you know the difference between what you see on the actual wheel and what you will get on the actual wheel. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more random RS videos. Alright, ta-ta for now. And if you want, subscribe. I don't know. Don't subscribe. Fuck you.